Color theory is just the understanding of how the colors are made and mixed to create other colors. As well, we learn how these can be paired together to create a harmonious and beautiful colors on our work. In today's class, we are going to do a color wheel, and through this training tool, I invite you to learn the primary colors, the secondary colors, and the tertiary colors. In this way, I wanted to show that only with 3 colors we can get a huge palette of other colors, so you don't need a huge palette from the beginning if you are a beginner artist, and you can have a very limited palette but with specific colors that will help you to create more and more different hues and colors. If you are for the first time here, my name is Ala, I'm a sketch illustrator and watercolorist, and from 2020 I'm an art teacher too. I already prepared the color wheel, and today I opt for this pack of 3 colors from Daniel Smith Extra Fine Watercolors. I bought this pack earlier, and today I decided to go with color wheel with these 3 colors. I will take a paintbrush, I have my Kolinsky water and a palette. I already prepared the colors on the palette. The colors that I use are Hansa Yellow Medium, French Ultramarine and Perilene Red. And I will start my color wheel with the primary colors, red, yellow and blue. What does it mean? It means that all these 3 colors cannot be obtained from another color. It means that these colors are the primary, are the ones that we mix later on and obtain other colors. As well, if we have into account that the color is the visual sensation of how we conceive different wavelengths of visible light, and the saturation it is the hue. I will opt to create as intense hue as possible on this color wheel. But later on I will show you the difference when we use less hue or less saturation in one color and more in others, and how the color wheel changes once we mix these colors. If we take into account the conventional color theory, it says that none of these colors can be obtained by mixing other colors. Now let's move with the secondary colors. Secondary colors are mixed from any 2 primaries. It is a combination of yellow and red gives orange, yellow and blue gives green, and blue and red violet. Or at least so the theory goes. But in our case, we have to try to have 50% red color, 50% yellow color. If there is more quantity of red or yellow color, then we will obtain already the tertiary colors and not the secondary. So pay attention that yellow and red colors are in the same quantity, 50-50. If you're a beginner artist, you've probably noticed that the ultramarine color has some pigmentation. It is called granulating, and ultramarine color is a granulating color. This is why the green color and the purple color have specific details. If you love this effect, you can use ultramarine. If you don't like it, you can use any blue. For example, you can use indanthrene blue, cobalt blue. These have less pigmentation and it is not a granulating color. It is up to you. We finished with the secondary colors and we move on with the tertiary colors. You can also create the color wheel only with these 6 colors, with primaries and secondary colors. I opt for going with tertiary colors because I want you to know the different shadings of those. A tertiary color, it is 1 main color and 1 secondary color, 1 primary and 1 secondary. For example, in this case, it is 1 yellow color, the yellow color mixed with the orange color. Yellow color is a primary color and orange color is a tertiary color. In this way, we create a lighter shade of orange color. If you want, you can take just mixing up yellow and red, but in this case you will opt for more yellow color to create a lighter shading of orange. Then another tertiary color is an orange color that has a mix of red and the intensity is higher. Usually we have Titian red, which includes a little bit of yellow, but more red color, and the intensity of it is dark orange color. Or you can take simple orange color and mix it with red, and you will obtain this tertiary color. We basically mix up any two neighboring colors from the 6-color palette, and we obtain tertiary color. A mix of yellow and orange produces yellow-orange. Red and orange gives red-orange. Red and violet makes red-violet. Blue and violet produced blue-violet. Blue and green makes blue-green. And finally, yellow and green gives yellow-green color. Together, the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors form a 12-color palette that can be arranged into the color wheel. As well, I would like to take into account in today's video about color value. Value refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. Colors can be adjusted in value by adding white, or in our case in watercolors by adding water, or black for creating shades. In our case, we will mix complementary colors to create the shades. Understanding value is crucial for creating depth, contrast, and three-dimensionality in artworks. This is why now I share with you all these main three colors, primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, that you can see how we can adjust the intensity of it by adding more or less water. If we add more color, less water, the color will be very intense and very deep. In such case, it is very difficult to add more colors in watercolors and to preserve the transparency of the medium. I always advise you to go with very light shades, like with a lot of water, and once you feel comfortable with the work, you can adjust intensity. And last but not least, during this video, I want to share with you how to mix up different base colors from darker value to a lighter value, because in this case you will notice that more we add one color with intensity of one color and less intensity with the second color, the mixture will change. And I start with red color. I haven't shared, but you can also mix the main colors or secondary or tertiary colors with white. We don't have white watercolors because it is very light. It is transparent. We have actually, but we are not using it. But with this color, we can create some interesting tints. And for example, in this case, we mixing all the colors with white is called tinting. And because we usually do not use in watercolors, we still can create some interesting diluted colors with white. For example, for adding baby blue color, baby rose, baby pink color, these colors can be created with white. Very rarely we use it, but yes, we use it. In watercolors, when we work with glazing technique, usually for getting a darker color, a darker value, we use the original hue because it can provide the shades. In other mediums, we usually add black paint and we introduce this into mixture to intensify the color. In watercolor, it is better to avoid black pigments to keep the artwork vibrant and fresh. Instead of black, darker colors can be added or complementary colors can be added. I really advise that this exercise you are doing with me, not only watching but also practicing it, because in this case you will learn how to mix up different intensity in color and to create interesting results. Meanwhile, I prepare all these colors and mixing those because I want also you to watch the whole process and not only the finished work. I want to share with you more about color temperature, not only the color intensity or value. The color wheel can be divided into two sections, cold and warm colors. Yellow, yellow-orange, orange, red-orange, red and red-violet are regarded as having a warm temperature, while yellow-green, green, blue-green, blue, blue-violet, and violet are cold colors. And you have to keep in mind that even within one hue, for example red, there will be some swatches that are colder or warmer than the other red colors. In our case, I took the warm colors, but obviously you can have different red colors that will be the cooler colors. And because warm and cold colors lie opposite one another on the color wheel, mixing pigments with different temperature will mute the resulting color, while using two colors from the same temperature group might enhance it, so you have to take it into account too. Coming back to these colors, to three main colors, primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, and all with that we will talk about color wheel. This is a fundamental tool for artists, especially for mediums like watercolors, where color mixing plays a significant role. For example, if you create the color wheel, it will help you to arrange the colors in a circular format and to organize colors based on their relationship with each other. In this way, it will facilitate the color selection and mixing. Understanding the color wheel is essential for artists working in any medium, including watercolors, for several reasons. Because we have color harmony, the color wheel helps artists to create visually pleasing compositions by guiding their choices of complementary, analogous, or triadic color schemes. About this, we will talk on the next video I will share with you. And there we will talk more about color harmony, how to use the colors on our composition, and so on and so forth. Color mixing, the color wheel helps to understand the color mixing, because knowing how to mix primary and secondary colors allow artists to create a vast array of colors, reducing the need for a large number of paint tubes and saving costs. And if you have noticed, I always told you that I'm using 36 pens watercolors from White Nights, but you don't need such a huge palette. You can use perfectly 12 colors on your palette, but obviously pay attention that you have three primary colors in this palette, because in this way it will help you a lot to mix a lot of other colors. Another important thing about color wheel is the color balance, because you can use the color wheel to balance warm and cool tones within their paintings, adding depth and visual interest. In this way, you will create this balance between the colors and you will be really guided throughout it. And understanding the principles of color theory as demonstrated by the color wheel enhances the ability to convey mood, atmosphere, and emotion through your work. Overall, color theory provides you with a rich vocabulary and set of principles for effectively using color in your work. By understanding color relationships, harmony, temperature, value, and mixing techniques, you can create visually compelling and emotionally resonant artworks across a wide range of mediums and styles, not necessarily with watercolors only. Dear friends, we have finished this class with the color wheel. I hope you enjoyed the process of painting, of mixing colors, and you have learned a lot of new things. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comments down below, or you can join my Instagram and write me a DM there if you have any questions as well. If you have any other idea of what you would like to know more about on the other videos on my YouTube channel, please as well leave in the comments down below. What do you think? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because on the next video I will share more knowledges about the color wheel and as well how to create a huge palette with only 3 colors. As well, I will explain you more about the hues, how to create these hues, why it is so important to understand this color wheel and how the colors are mixing one with another for an artist in their composition. And before we are done with this video, I also invite you to watch this video with textures in watercolors. It is another watercolor training tool that will help you to understand how to create different techniques in watercolors, how to apply different interesting textures on your paper, that once you finish the work, the viewer can't stop watching it. Thank you for watching, and till the next time, bye!